Hi everyone and welcome to GDPR for Beginners on Learning with GP, where GDPR is simplified. In this series, we have been talking about how to actually perform a DPIA, that is Data Protection Impact Assessment. We will take you through all the steps of DPIA one by one and make your next DPIA infinitely simpler. I will link all the associated previous videos dealing with the important terms in the description below, and they will also appear as suggestions as we walk through this video, so keep an eye out for them and you can open them in another tab and continue your journey towards becoming a GDPR Pro. For other videos on DPIA and similarly interesting topics, don't forget to subscribe. In case you are curious to learn about a topic, you can also let me know in the comments below. DPIA has 7 key elements, and we will discuss them over the couple of videos in this series and make you a pro at performing your next DPIA. And in the end, we will take a little quiz to test what you have learned in this video. So without further ado, let's get right to it. In the last video, we talked about Step 2, which dealt with how to best describe your DPIA and not miss out on any of the important details. In this video, we will talk about Steps 3 and 4, where we will discuss the involved consultation process with the stakeholders and assessment of necessity and proportionality of the processing. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Starting with the Step 3 on consultation process. Consultation process requires you to take into account the impact of the processing on the involved stakeholders in the process and how should they be consulted on it. Stakeholders meaning the data subjects, data processors, etc. etc. So, in order to properly define it, you need to outline the following points. First, properly describe whenever appropriate how will you attain the views of the stakeholders or clarify why it's not appropriate to do so. Then you should mention all the involved individuals within your organization, followed by will you be taking assistance from your processors, and do you intend to consult any other experts such as information security experts, etc. That will be our Step 3. Then in Step 4, we will deal with the assessment of necessity and proportionality. This step requires you to particularly describe compliance and proportionality measures. We should address a couple of questions when describing this step. First is accurate description of what is your lawful basis for processing. For this, you can also check out our mini-series on lawful basis linked below to learn all about it. The next question that should be addressed is that whether the processing actually achieves your intended purpose. Then you must state that the processing intended is the only way to achieve the expected outcome. If there are other ways, they should also be mentioned wherever appropriate. Then you should talk about how will you prevent the function creep. Finally, you must emphasize on the measures taken to ensure data quality and data minimization. With this, we are finished with our video on understanding Steps 3 and 4 of performing DPIA regarding consulting and necessity assessment. In the next video, we will talk about Steps 5, 6, and 7. Which concerns the identification and assessment of the risks, followed by the measures taken against them, and finalize the document with proper sign-off and record outcomes. And this brings us to quiz time. So let's put to test the knowledge we have gained from this video. In this section, you will be shown a couple of simple questions based on the topics that we have covered so far. The questions will have 4 alternatives and 1 correct alternative. Feel free to take your time or go back to the lesson and find the correct answer. You can write the answer in the comment section below. I will make sure to get your answers. I hope you got all the answers to the quiz correct. If you have something on your mind that you find difficult to understand, do let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate any suggestions from you guys, as it helps me direct my lessons as best suited to your needs. And of course, in the end of the video, as always, we will do a little quiz. So stay tuned for more videos. Do subscribe to my channel, Learning with GP, where GDPR is simplified. And with that, I thank you for putting your best foot forward towards understanding GDPR. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me at gunjan.gdpr@gmail.com. So see you later. Bye.